Hey everyone. Hey sis.
Hello.
How
Good
are
morning.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. How was your
Good.
birthday? You just celebrated one.
It was good. It was different feeling, but it was good for real. I think a lot of people when they ask, how do you feel? It's like, what do you mean how I feel? I feel the same. But no, I did have a great
Yeah,
birthday. I had a great birthday. How you been?
I've been good. Same old, same old. Kids
I
keeping me
know
busy. Summertime. Trying to
everything.
get
I
trips,
know.
work, mom life. It's just
Okay. Summertime. Look, I wish I had a summertime because I don't know what the difference is, but no, that's good. That's
listen.
good.
Trying to get these babies back ready for school. Because you got to start
Okay.
school shopping early because everything be gone.
Exactly. No, you gotta start making them go to sleep early too, because they get into the
Exactly.
habit of
Hey,
staying up all
take out
night.
behind so it bed at 8:30. Come
Everything.
on.
Okay, literally. But no, I thank you for asking that though. I did have a good birthday. Y'all, I know, like I just said, when the people ask like, "How do you feel? Do you feel older or
hmm
whatever?" But like literally, I feel like I'm just trying to figure out I like who I am now as a woman,
Right.
outside of just work, outside of just everybody that needs me, everything. I don't know. I just feel like I say mature now,
hmm
but I'm maturing more, I'll say.
Right.
I'm maturing more. I don't know if you have got to that stage or whatever where you just feel like I don't know. Nothing. I don't like the clubs, honestly. I don't go out to different things like that. Like I want to be more settled. My soft
Yeah.
girl era. Let me say that. My soft girl era.
Exactly.
I want to
Yes.
try new things. I want to just do something different out of the
Yeah.
ordinary. So, yes, just trying to figure out who I am outside of everything else.
I love that. I love that. And
Yes,
I love
yes.
that because, that's what we're gonna discuss today. And I
I
I
know,
thought
right?
of some tips and whatnot to try to help both
Okay.
of us because as you know, me being a mom, a wife, an employee, and then just us having a podcast together. I'm just like, okay, that's who I am with other people, but
Exactly.
who is Kayla outside of all that? So,
Right.
like I said, I'm in that soft girl area as well now. I'm trying to reevaluate my life and find what it was that I used to like before I became
Oh my
all of
God.
this.
Yes.
And then I feel like, because I'm in my 30s, I ain't old though, but I'm in my early 30s.
At least you
I
don't look
feel
it.
like, yeah,
Kelly does not look
somebody.
30, y'all.
Listen, y'all, let me tell y'all. Leo just had a birthday party on your birthday, because y'all birthdays
A
are
few
one
days
day apart.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, one day. Right.
So his birthday, we had a crawfish boil for him on the 14th, and of
Uh-huh.
course, like everyone came out, his friends, stuff like that. His biological mom's side of the family, they came. Everything was
That's
good.
good.
His uncle on his biological mom's side was like, he was telling me about. He was just like, "Oh, I gotta work, so I'm gonna see you later, bud." Yada yada yada. I'm standing
Uh-huh.
right beside him though, like as he's talking. He tells Leo, he was just like, "Hey, go get your mom so I can tell her bye." And he was just like, "She's right." He's like, "Oh crap, I'm so sorry." I was like, "It's okay. I'm out here look like one of
look, look
the
strong,
babies."
literally. Okay.
I here look
Straight
like
over you.
one of the children.
No, no, for
But
real.
yeah, just definitely trying to in my 30s, trying to learn, like I said, learn new things, pick up.
Mm-hmm.
My idea is to learn a new hobby. Like I'm gonna challenge myself
Oh, yes.
each and every year to learn something different. So this year, I decided to pick back up on ASL because that's one thing that I was actually
Oh,
studying
that's
and
nice.
wanting to go to school for at one point, and then yeah, that I don't know what happened with that dream.
That seemed like a lot of good job opportunities as
I
well.
know. I feel like I should
Yes.
go back to it, but I don't really know. Like I don't know exactly. Like
Again, trying
trying
to
to
figure it
figure
out.
out
Okay, trying
exactly,
to figure it out.
trying to
No, for
figure
real.
it out because
I
it's
think
it's a lot.
it is a lot for me. Like you said, with work and just trying to pick up new things each year and do
Mm,
whatever. I feel like I overdo a lot sometimes. 'Cause I'm like, man, Tiana, you got this going on, this, that, and the third. And a lot of people do look at me like coworkers, like Tiana, like, how do you do all of this? How do you? I'm
yeah.
like, you know, hey, if I don't have nothing else going on, why not? I don't have any kids
Right.
right now. I'm just trying to build something, which we all are trying to build something to pass on, to do
hmm
whatever, but also just for my mental, like I have to keep myself going.
Right.
A lot of people may not understand that. me telling them that, they're kind of like, oh, I get it, understand. I feel like you don't understand, because
Yeah,
I am in a place where it's like, where should I be at in life right now? I did just have a
exactly.
birthday. I'm not right at 30, but I'm literally a year or two away. I'm not
Mhm.
going to tell y'all my age, but but no, I am a few years away. So it's like, I don't know. It's like at a weird age of like, should I have it all together right now?
Right.
Or, should I just be figuring out or whatever? And I know that we're not old, but it's tough. It's tough. And again, to go back to the separation or just figuring out who I am outside of that, I know you said something about remembering like how you used to be.
Yeah,
And it's not even easy to remember. I
exactly.
had literally my 10-year class reunion last night.
Mm.
So that was like it was an eye opener. Like just looking at everybody and like, dang, where should we be it's 10 years
Exactly.
later.
Yeah.
Where should we be at? Or just seeing from us being in school and separating ourselves outside of school and the friends that we used to know,
Hmm.
just seeing how we are today, like it's it's crazy. It is
It is
definitely
crazy. And and it's
it's
so hard
crazy.
not to compare yourself with your classmates because
Hello,
we're the
hello.
same age group. So
Girl.
it's so hard not to compare yourself with classmates and
Yes.
like looking like, well, dang, bro, they got this, they got that, like they done got the degree in
Yes.
this, they got the
And
degree
that's
in
what it
that.
sounded like last night. Everybody
And
kind of
I'm
telling,
just
yeah, I'm doing
like,
this, that, and the third. It's like, oh,
baby, I'm still trying to figure it out.
no, for real. But I
I'm
did
still
have
trying
a
to figure
couple
it out.
people that I ran into, and like, you'll ask them that question, like, what are you doing, this and that? And like, you can just see the look on their face, like, and we're like, it's okay.
It's
Like,
okay, but you know what?
it's,
And because it is okay, but at the same time, it's like deep down inside, I was like, damn. But is it okay? Like I feel
is
like
it
I should
okay?
really
Right.
have to. Like you start getting like this, like low key, like a little. I'm not gonna say like envious or like just, but maybe a little
Right.
bit low key depressed because you
Right.
don't have all these things. And then like
Right.
especially like I said because I know. Listen, we us babies got babies. Like I know people in your
Right.
class probably have kids as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like you
Married,
put your
kids,
exactly.
divorced
So you kind of
already.
put yourself
Yeah.
like on a back burner because you want to make sure that everyone else in your family, everyone else in your corner is good. So like I said, I got some tips. I really sat and thought about this last night because
Yes.
I was just like, this is the same that journey that I'm on, trying to in my
Right.
soft girl area, trying to find out who I am again and just find out who I love.
Exactly.
Because like you, I don't like going to clubs anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I rather listen. I don't mind a good hookah. So
Yeah.
I will go like to like
Literally.
a hookah lounge, something like real low key. There's not that many
Yeah.
people. Because first of all, I have social anxiety, so
Oh my God.
I
Can we touch?
can't be
That's gonna have to be
around.
another topic for another day. I'm glad you said that, because
I
social anxiety
cannot
is
be around a
so
lot of
serious.
people,
Come
and
on.
people don't realize that.
They
People don't
don't.
realize that. But
They don't.
let's jump into this one.
Yes.
So let me tell you what I thought of. So just to start off by saying how deep this topic is in general. Trying to figure out who you are outside of those roles being a mom, being an employee, being a boss, because you have two businesses,
Mm-hmm.
being a sister, a friend, a girlfriend, wife. Outside of all those roles, exploring your identity as a whole woman, not just what you do for others. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing. So we have to really figure out who we are outside of those people, outside of
Right.
those roles. So one tip that I thought of, which is completely, it's common sense, but it's like people don't really think to do this. Is reflection. Like I said, I
Mm-hmm.
was trying to think back and remember who I was before I became all these
Yes.
roles and titles. Um, so just finding out like who I am by myself. Like, what do I enjoy when I'm by
Mm-hmm.
myself? Like, not tag along with being Drake's wife or being a partner on the At the Math podcast or being the mom to four beautiful babies. Like, what do I enjoy when I'm really by myself? And it's sad thing about
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know. Like,
Girl.
I don't know.
I will go through 1,000 things, literally, if that's going to I did what I do concerts by myself. I'll say that's one thing I enjoy doing. I just try literally, you know me.
Yeah,
I'm
because you
gonna try
do.
something. But that's what you're saying. Like what is it that you can do outside of all of that? Just to figure out who you are again, because it's not as easy as, oh, I used to like this and that and the third, because I mean we change. So it's
Right.
not about remembering who you are too, but like figuring out the new
Figuring
you.
out, yeah.
But also keeping that same you, the values you used to have, the everything. So I definitely need those tips, Kay.
I
I definitely need those
listen. I
tips.
told you. When I said I thought about all this, like I stayed up to like 11 o'clock, right? Like trying to write down notes and stuff about this because I was just like,
um,
because I'm gonna use these tips myself.
no, for real, we
So,
need that for sure.
but yeah, like I said, just like think about what makes you passionate, whether it's your creativity, your spirituality, emotionally, like what makes you passionate. Um, And then also like when you're alone, think about those type of dreams that you have when you are by yourself. Because baby, I truly believe that dreams are definitely a sign of something.
Hmm.
So think about your dreams. Think about, what it is that you're seeing in your dreams. Because it could be something that you can pick up on. Be like, oh,
Right.
dang,
True.
I might actually like that. Because listen, come on here, God, give me my signs because I
Okay.
need them. um and this also ties along with like finding out what you like to do when you're by yourself, like your passions and your interests.
Hmm.
Um, revisit old hobbies, revisit like find new hobbies. Like I just stated, I am learning American Sign Language again. I know the basics, but I really was like, that's some. First of all, American Sign Language is something to have on your resume that
Oh,
you're actually good at
literally,
because
that's why I say great opportunities.
yeah, great
Great
opportunities because
opportunities.
you never know. Like, for example, I work at a law firm. You never
Hmm.
know, like, when I'm gonna have a deaf
People
client
come
walk
in.
in, and then people like,
Hmm.
oh, dang, we could have took them, but we don't do sign language.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
do,
Exactly.
I do. So, like I said, I'm learning to do American Sign Language again. I'm journaling more. Um, I ain't gonna say I'm traveling more because I don't travel outside the country by myself. It's too dangerous.
Okay. Yes,
Um,
for real.
but I am learning to like now go on solo dates and not be
Yes.
ashamed to go on solo dates.
Oh,
And really, true, I
yes.
picked that up from you and I picked that up from Cass because y'all two
Hmm.
will go to a concert, whatever, by yourselves with a minute, like no questions asked. And I just be like, how you doing there? But you don't be scared, like all them
But
people around
I
you.
think that comes from uh, for me, I'm always, you too, reach out, want people to come do these things or
Mhm.
whatever. But then it's either it doesn't go as planned,
Right.
you kind of push away from, it's like, oh, nobody's like, trying to get on board with you to do
Mhm.
anything. And I fell into this like, oh, I don't want to do nothing. It's good sitting in the house, bored, whatever
Boy,
it
yeah.
is, like, just trying to figure out like, dang. And then you get on social media, you see all these other people out, maybe having
Having the time
fun,
of their
doing
life,
exactly,
yeah.
rather that is together in a group or individually. And I literally, it took a lot for me. I used to be the person, I'm not going to sit down by myself and eat,
Mhm.
anything like that. I started with the movies, just going to the movies by myself. Now, it was a little weird because I'm like, the whole time, I hope nobody come in here looking at me, trying to get me.
Gotta
But no,
give me.
girl, but it started off with the movies.
Mhm.
And then just after that, yeah, like you said, I have social anxiety really bad. It's horrible. But I learned to have fun by myself. I learned to say, hey,
Mhm.
at least I don't have to worry about the next person and are they enjoying this? Are they? Because
Right.
I'm that type of person. I want to make sure who I'm with is enjoying themselves. If
Right.
I'm the one who that push for us to do these things, like it was just less stress. Get up and
Yeah.
go. Enjoy whatever it is you're doing. Learn new things. Um, that's really how you find yourself. I'm not gonna lie. That's how you find what it is, who you
That you
are
can do
when
it.
you're
Yeah.
by yourself, literally. When I go to concerts, it's like I'm a whole new person. And I'm that type of spirit just like you. I can meet someone and like we're like this. We're having
Yeah.
fun. So I'm most of the time I'm going to meet someone that's sitting next to me, and by the end of the night, you probably thought we came together.
We came together.
Like that's just what it is. But
Yeah.
I really feel like the solo dates, the getting out by yourself for sure, that's the biggest thing to kind of figure out who the new you or who what find what you like.
Yeah.
And
I
then take that back to
definitely
the
agree.
friends. Take that back to someone and,
Exactly, because you
see
never
if
know.
that's
Like
something.
they may like it too. Like,
No,
listen, you
for
can start doing it by
real.
yourself, or we can do it together sometimes.
And a
But
lot of people need that push and they need somebody to,
mhm.
bring them into that world to try to see something new,
Yeah,
something different from the
yeah.
norm.
I'm gonna start off with Okay, so listen, I'm starting with like going to the gym by myself because first of all, Drake,
Mm-hmm.
your brother was like, I don't like going to the gym with you in the morning because
You probably don't get
I feel
up.
like, well, no, okay, so is that too? I don't want to get up in the morning because I work like it's really
Yeah, and
hard
it's
for me to
pretty
get.
early.
It's early, and then
Early.
half the time I don't go to bed till almost 10:30 dealing with children because they off work
Yeah.
sometime. So then, like, he gets off work by 4:45, which means I need to be up by
In
like
the morning. Oh, so
4:45 in the
he's already
morning.
up and going.
He's
He could just go
yeah.
straight. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah. It's
he'll
a little
come
harder.
here and then I got like he was like he be lagging. I don't understand why you gotta do all this. Just get dressed, put your clothes on, brush your teeth, and
It's
let's
a lot.
go.
Oh, it's a
And then he
lot.
was like, "When we only stay at the gym for like 30 minutes because you have to come back and get ready for work." And I'm just like,
So
"But if I
it's a
wake
little bit
up,
more harder
it's a little bit yeah."
for
So he
y'all
was
to do.
like,
Okay.
"You gonna have to start going by yourself." And I'm just like, "But I like going to the gym with you. I kind of feel like it's a
Girl.
gym date."
But do
So
y'all, when y'all go, do y'all do workouts together or you do your own
we
little
do
thing
we
while
do
you, okay.
workouts together, and
Okay.
that's the thing. And that's why I was just like, "Bro, forget it.
But
I just
look,
go to the gym."
yeah, but look, that is a good start that y'all did that because now you can pick up on things that he has taught you, things y'all done,
Right.
things that you're comfortable doing and what you can do so that when you go to the gym by yourself, you can take those things and create your own
And create my
routine.
own.
Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, even though, because I love going to the gym by myself, I have friends that may reach out to go and it's
Mm,
fine. But like I have to tell them, hey, we can start together, like warm up, cardio and stuff, but I am going to go and do my own thing because I can't sit there and do what you're doing
yeah.
next. And then you're looking at me to do the next. We're not, I don't feel like doing that, because
Yeah.
I have gotten to the point going by myself, finding what works for me, not for
Mm-hmm.
us, because I need to see what I like, So I feel like you're probably at the point to do it by yourself.
Yeah. And that's what he said. He
And
was
it'll
like,
be
he was just like,
easier,
you. He was like, first of all, and if you don't really feel like you don't know how to do stuff, he was like, bro, you go to Planet Fitness. They have the barcodes. You can just scan and it shows you how to
Scan
do
into stuff.
everything.
Yeah,
I was just like,
yeah,
I'm just, and that's the thing. Like you said, I'm just so used to doing things with him. Like, that's my partner.
exactly.
That's my best friend. So it's like,
Exactly.
we don't really go on dates that much. So I kind of feel like
Yeah.
the gym is our date
That's your gym
sometimes.
date, right?
So, but I'm gonna be a big girl and I'm gonna start off with my cousin because
Yes,
he was just like,
yes.
man, you have to go. Like, you just gonna have to go
Get
and
out, get moved.
get out. And he was like, ain't nobody gonna bother you.
You ruining his little
And
routine.
that's the thing. And I was just like, damn, I feel bad because like now I ruin
Okay,
your
like
routine. Like, guess like he stayed at the gym for like 2 hours when I was at work, and I was just
oh,
like,
dang.
I had bro, hung up with myself from now on. So I told him, I get my nails done today, I'm going to the gym. You ain't gotta come. You can stay here.
Okay, I got it. It's
But
fine.
okay, so then I have a question too. So
Uh-huh.
if time, money, and family was not like it did not limit you, what would you pursue? Like, what would be your ideal career or?
Oh. Hmm. I feel like me and my boyfriend had this conversation because I was telling him about if I didn't have my business, if I didn't have my business to worry about, I guess
Mm-hmm.
moving, if I go somewhere, like I would probably do something where I could travel the world.
Mm,
Um, I don't know, just do what we're doing now, being
yeah.
myself, helping others become beautiful, feel beautiful. I'm not going to say become beautiful, feel beautiful by,
Mm-hmm.
doing lashes or photography that I have been enjoying since I picked that up. And a lot of people ask, how did I get into photography? Or what made me want to do it. But a lot of people, if you don't know me, you know that since I started my business, I was always doing something in photography. I was on the other side of
Yeah.
the camera. I was
Right.
modeling, taking pictures for my business, the sisterhood, getting other girls together, taking pictures. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was always something with the camera.
Yeah.
So as time went on, I mean, I was in front of the camera a lot. Like it's like, what's next? It's always a what's next for me because I
Right.
can get bored a little, really quick. I can get really it's played out. So yeah, photography was something that I had an eye for sure, from having experience, from my
Mm-hmm.
photographer and things like that. So I would definitely like travel the world and just do it my way, whatever it is, like the photography, everything. Like I don't
Listen,
know. I
and
don't know any other job that I would want to do. Like
that
I
bring you that much
honestly,
passion and joy.
exactly, I cannot working underneath someone else or a company, whatever, it's not for me.
Listen, I
My mind is
understand.
just too big. My mind is too big to be confined into someone else's bubble. Like I have to. So yes, I would definitely
I
travel.
love that. I definitely
Mhm.
love that. See, like I said, you have like your businesses and stuff like that, and that's why I'm sitting here like I got nothing. It's like
Girl, but
I
you've done a lot of stuff, literally. Like whether you're doing it today or not. I mean, it's a lot of things I've done and I stopped doing. Like, yes,
right.
I found what I like. I found what was something that can make me the money and while
Mm-hmm.
spending the time doing it. So I just feel like there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong that you
Oh,
probably had,
definitely,
things. So you definitely have you do it. You get the first thing and the biggest thing is that you get up and you get out there no matter what, and you try
definitely.
it. That's
So
all you
listen,
need.
and that's one thing too because speaking of like hustles and like having your own business stuff like that. I had tried doing so when a day got sick with her GPS, I had
Mhm.
just started doing like virtual assistant, just like a mock trial, just to see if it's something I would actually want to do. Because mind you, I have 8+ years of admin experience, so I kind of
Right.
feel like that's my thing. Like I love working on computers. I love like being able to organize things for people and like being like the behind the scenes type of girly to
Yeah.
make sure everything is running smooth. Um, so I was doing virtual assistant for Miss Danielle
Mhm.
Morris. I was doing it for her, and then like I had everything going with her, like Zoom meetings, like setting up all her stuff for her for events. And then Daddy got sick, and then I stopped. I mean, which is
Mhm.
coming. Like I just stopped because my baby was sick, and I never picked it back up after
Uh huh.
that. And then I started looking more into it. And I was like, girl, first of all, this is a whole side hustle, like a whole side hustle that you
Girl,
could turn
I
into
don't
a
know a lot
whole
about it, but it
business.
does seem like, yeah.
Like you have, first of all, you have the legal knowledge now. You
Yes.
already have the 8+ years of admin experience. You know how to calendar. You know how to schedule meetings. You know how to set up stuff via Zoom. Like
Right.
you know how to do all this stuff. So
So,
why
hey,
not
why
take
not?
that and make that your side hustle? So
Right.
honestly, I did one for my sister last night. I ain't gonna lie.
Uh
It
huh.
took me it took me a minute to get the task done because truthfully, my mindset was not that. Every time I wanted to come home, I wanted to come home and sleep because I was extremely tired.
Uh huh.
If I couldn't sleep, it's because I had to go take Leo to track practice, or he had a track
It's
meet the
just a
next
lot that
day.
you
It
got
was
to
just
do and fix it, fit
exactly.
it. So that's what I was gonna ask you, Kay. Like, because I know you said with the sign language. I know you're saying with that too. That's something you started,
Mm-hmm.
and it just something happened. So of course you had to stop. You had to put it on hold. And I think that's just a part of being a mother too.
Right.
Something that for me, I haven't got there yet. So I can push and do these things, and I hope that I don't know. When I have kids, I can still try to code that. I know
Yeah.
it's hard, and some things are just not workable.
Yeah.
But do you feel like di- I mean, why didn't you? Why haven't you started back? Do you feel because of how much is on your plate? Do you feel like it wasn't for you? Do
I
you
definitely
feel
like how
like
much it was on my plate because also at the time too when I started the virtual assistant, I was still working at the school. So I was still working at the
yeah,
school. I had a little bit more flexibility to do stuff that wasn't work related at the school because I had my own
mm-hmm,
computer. The teacher I worked with didn't care. I would bring my iPad up there. I was doing my schoolwork on the school computer. Like like I had a little bit more flexibility. Whereas now
yeah,
with me working 8 to 5, I can't hop on the law firm computer
that's
like that
right.
and do
Yeah, no, you
stuff.
can't do stuff.
And
Yeah, that's
then
that's
when I
yeah.
think to bring my iPad for lunchtime, I only have an hour lunch. And truthfully, that goes by fairly quickly
Really
if you think
fast,
about it.
especially if you got stuff to
Um,
do, trying to get stuff done.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then have this time with me because I know I have so much stuff to do at my desk. I'm literally clocked out while I'm doing my work, so they don't penalize me. But I really think that's why it's because like just not having the time to do anything. But I'm learning how to time block now. I'm learning to manage my time wisely and then dedicate a certain amount of time to
So
that
whatever
specific
it
task.
is,
So
yeah.
like last night when I knew that I had to get this done for the podcast, I knew that I needed to get that list done for my sister. and then also start working on the virtual assistant thing as well. I literally came home yesterday, took a shower, laid down for a little bit. I ended up going to the park with my kids. I had to come back, take another shower. By the time it was like 8 o'clock, the kids were bathed, fed. They were upstairs watching a movie. I was in my office, listening to my little lofi music to
Yeah.
get me in the zone. Had my little Cayman Jack sipping on, and like I was really zoned in. And
And
like I
that's
said, I did
discipline. That's self-discipline.
exactly.
You
Like I
have to
said,
have
I did that
self-discipline.
from like 9 to almost 11:30, and I was just like, I feel good. I mean,
Yeah.
I was ready to get in bed, but
Hey,
I was like, I
you're
feel
gonna be
good.
tired, but like people say, you go sleep when you're dead, you know.
Exactly.
And I think that's what people mean when they say that. We got to push out the oh, I'm tired, oh, I don't feel like doing it,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, because it is a lot of times I'm like, even like you're saying, so much things to do. I work in an office. I'm on the phone all day long. I
Yeah.
am literally like, when I'm at work, my mind thinks more about my business and things I could do, and
Exactly.
that's why I know like I'm not supposed to be there. But
Yeah.
I literally write and make sticky notes all day. I have two phones. I literally text both of my phones all day, like with things I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like sometimes I have ADHD because it's like I start this and then I'm gonna go start this, and so I can bring it
Exactly.
together and finish it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that because it's so much things to do and it's not enough time in the day to
At
do it.
9 day.
Exactly. So with me, working 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, getting off, and my first appointments are at like 5:30. Now, if I don't have anyone that day, I'm in heaven. I'm like, oh, I get to
Right.
go home and just rest. But I did have to go to work. But I'm so equipped to going to work and then going to work and then
Go
just doing,
exactly. And then doing
So
yeah.
exactly. So getting off at 5, coming straight home 5:30, starting appointments. If I have a second appointment at 7:30. With me picking up on photography during the weekend, a lot of people like, oh, you don't have appointments in the evening. I'm like, look, not yet. I haven't got there yet where I'm like, hey, you can take my
Yeah.
whole evening time, because I don't. Working during the week and having no time, I need my evenings on the weekend. With me picking up photography now, like I'm squeezing in my evenings to do those things
Exactly.
too. So like my plate is so full to the point it's like, damn, Tiana, what else? What else can I do? And I say that to say,
Exactly.
even with the
Uh-huh.
things that you're wanting to start back doing, you may have to start one at a time to get familiar with it. Get it in order, whatever it needs, and then pick up the next one too. So that,
Exactly.
yeah, you have it, because doing it both together and also dealing with your everyday life, dealing with your children, things that has to be done that you
Mm-hmm.
can't lack on, like that's all it's just going to come all together at some point, and you're not going to be able to do what it is you want to do. You're going to feel like, man, is this worth it? Dang, like I'm done. I don't want to do it no more. So take your
Exactly.
time, because at the end of the day, I mean, I tell a lot of people, no one is forcing me to do what I do. And so again, self-discipline. I know where I want to be at. I know that, how things are today. I need the money,
Mm-hmm.
need the extra income and everything. So I don't want to fail. I don't want to fall by overdoing myself.
Yeah.
So take it slow. Whatever it is you want to do first that you feel like will work best for you. It may not
Yeah.
be sign language right away, and it may be what you said, your virtual assistant, because you have the knowledge from your job, from past
Mm-hmm.
experience. Like, get that in order first. That's gonna come easier to you first.
Exactly.
Anyway, it's gonna come easier to you first. Get that flowing, and then start your sign language again and get that
Yep.
rolling and stuff.
It
Cause
definitely
yes,
agree. I
you
don't know
can't
why.
overdo
Like this
it.
whole conversation just reminded me of Princess and the Frog with Tiana. Because I was like, dang, I really like Tiana and
Tiana.
Tiana. I was just like, dang, they really like the names. I don't know if it's just like the names or something like that, but y'all really
Uh-huh.
remind me of each other because Super Fat, like Tiana and Princess and the Frog was a go getter. Dang
Yeah.
girl, you always working. I told you she ain't coming to the
Look, I
dance.
gotta go
Like
watch that. It's been so long since I
like
watched it. Oh
I
my
was
god.
just like, dang, Tiana, my Tiana is the
Yeah.
exact same way. Like, look, listen, your brother even said that he was just like, because I told him, I was like, we're going to do the
Uh-huh.
recording and I'm going to do it early in the morning. He was like, oh, she coming over? I was like, no. I was like, she got stuff to do.
Uh-huh.
I got stuff to do. He was just like, lashes in photography. And I was just like, I don't know what she got. I said, no, I don't think it's today. I said, she got a funeral or something to go to. She got to help her mom. I
Girl,
said, she
so
got a lot of
much.
stuff to go.
When I say back to back, everybody calling, I'm like, oh my god, Saturdays are like it's hectic for real.
And
Now
that's what I
my
was telling you.
class reunion yesterday, which was great, and I got out the bed. I'm up, but like I'm not. Going to help my mom after this, really quick. Then my dad hit me up about going to a funeral. I have never met my dad's side. So
Okay.
they would be my first time meeting that. And it's like,
Kind of awkward.
wow. Never met
Never met
grandpa,
you.
never
Yeah.
met, aunties and things like
They'll be
that.
inside to see you though. Because I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
they know about you. So
they know for sure. So like I'm like, oh my God, like I'm always busy. Like
yeah.
but I do have my downtime. And then tomorrow I have two photo shoots. So it's like, oh my God, I gotta get that on the order too. So I
Yeah.
feel like regardless of it, we still try to make a way. And we get it done however it is. So if it's Drake, if it's gonna be like this, we still getting it done, brother. Like
We
that,
still
that's all that
getting
matters.
it done.
We busy and all, but hey, and I know y'all are looking like, okay, this is a little different setup for us.
Mm-hmm.
But we are trying stuff new as well
Yeah.
because we want to hear more from our audience. We want to hear from our guest speakers a little more. And I know it's hard, again, like we're talking about fitting everything in your schedule. I
Mm-hmm.
know it's going to be hard to get people in with our schedule that we record,
Yeah.
so they can come. So I feel like doing this, our quick talks together, this will be way easier. I want to hear from everyone. I want to be able to
Yeah.
put this
We
out
definitely
in a
want
different
people on the
way
platform for
and
sure.
let this not be a hindrance where, oh, well, I couldn't come, so I couldn't do it. No, we're going to get it done.
We're gonna get
We're
it
going to
done.
do
Like
this.
we said to
Yes.
send you this link so you
We're
can hop on here with
exactly,
us.
we're going
Yeah.
to get it done. So I'm excited to do
I'm definitely
more of
excited.
this too. And what
Definitely
we've been
excited.
doing as well too.
Okay, but so we can wrap this up real quick. I got like a few more points and then like some
Yes,
takeaways
yes.
and some more. Okay, so core values. So think about what values define who you are outside of your role. So whether it's your growth, your peace, your freedom to do stuff, think about those as well. And then also which value do you want to embody? Do you want to have more freedom to do things alone? Do you want to have the growth, like I said, with me doing the virtual assistant and then want to pick up ASL? Do you just want to have a peace of mind, which everyone should want to have a peace of mind? Because if
Mm,
you don't have that, you don't
period.
have nothing, okay?
Nothing. Okay. No.
Um, and then also like your role in your story. So like how do you express yourself when you are not filtering through the mom, the girlfriend, the employee, the boss lens? Like who are you
Mm-hmm.
without that? So like pretty much like you taking the coat off. Like
Mm-hmm.
this how I literally am. Like I feel like when I walk in from work, okay, I'm taking my employee coat off. Oh,
Exactly.
put
Putting
my
this one
mom
back
coat on.
on.
Put my wife coat
Okay.
on. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
with
Yes.
taking all that off, when you just have on Kayla, when you just have on Tiana, when you just have yourself on, who are you? And then
Yeah.
use who you are to tell your story. Um, and then, of course, the biggest thing, self-love and then self-image.
Hmm.
Listen, y'all know we always going to advocate for self-love, self-image. That's the main thing that we are about.
Literally.
So, if you don't like this, like the way you speak, I've learned that you can change the way you talk.
That
I
is
have been learning
something.
that.
Being more
I've
confident, speak louder,
exactly.
clear. Literally.
I
Yes.
definitely have been. I've learned that, and then also, what do you need to feel more seen as Kayla, as Tiana, as insert your name? Like, what do
Mm-hmm.
you need to do to feel more seen as that person? And then let them know, like, hey, I'm not just a mom. I'm not just a wife. Like, I'm human.
Stand on that.
I
Yes.
before
Yes.
I was the mom, the wife, the employee, the college student, the lash tech, the
Mm-hmm.
photographer. I was Tiana. I was Kayla. So I need you to also remember that that's who I am underneath all of this. Okay. Um. So a few takeaways. Just remember, like you're not who you are to others. You are who you are with your like to yourself. Also remember, like these roles are pieces of you. They do not identify your entire existence. And also just know that it's okay to ask, what do I want outside of my obligations, my expectations of being a
Mm-hmm.
mom, and whatever your role is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so a few ideas and a few like journaling topics. Like I said, I'm into journaling now. That's one thing I feel like has kept me on my peace of mind is writing my thoughts out instead of me keeping it all balled in this
Mm-hmm.
mode.
Mm-hmm.
So I have two journaling prompts that I would like people to do. First one is, when did I most feel like myself this past year? So think about last year, and then think about the time that you truly felt happy, you truly felt passionate about something, you truly felt like you
I
by
like that.
yourself. And then the next one is also, what kind of woman, person, do you want to be remembered as? So, God forbid something was to happen, but when you leave this earth, because we all know we are on borrowed time, how do you want people to remember you?
I like that too. Yeah.
Like, don't just remember me. Oh yeah, that's Leo's mom. Oh, that's the
Yeah.
girl's mom. Or that's
Yeah.
Drake's wife. Because I get that a lot. I
Yeah.
really do. I get that like, because my husband is very well known in Baytown streets. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's known in like the Houston area just from like mountain TVs or being the person to always go help someone out.
Right. Right.
So when people see me, they be like, "Oh, you Drake's wife." No, I am
I'm
Kayla.
okay. Get it
I
right.
am
Hold
I
on.
am Kayla. Okay, like I'm glad like people know me as his wife because I do give it more. I guess we want put publicity that way,
Yeah.
like getting my business out, so because
Yeah.
people know him, which is great. But no,
I
I'm
want to be
Kayla.
me. Exactly.
Yeah, I
I
am
am
Kayla.
Kayla, and I am Drake's wife.
Exactly. Like, no, my name's Kayla. I'm Drake's wife. Like,
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, definitely. Those two journaling products. I saw another one, but I was just like, I'm not gonna make it too long. But some key takeaways. I really hope that these notes that I jot down definitely help
Oh yeah,
us
for
on
sure. No, for
our
sure.
journey. With us, just like I said, self love, self care in our self care area, and we could just grow from there.
We will. No, this was
We
a great talk for sure. I really enjoyed that for sure.
could definitely grow from there.
Grow from there.
But yes,
Well,
guys.
y'all, that is pretty much it, y'all, with quick talks again with KNT. And I hope for sure y'all tune in for sure. We're gonna have a lot more of these, get a lot more people, to tune in with us, to be on
Definitely.
our platform. And I'm really just excited again. Like we doing what we want to do. We getting out there. We putting ourselves out there for sure. So what
Exactly.
more can we do for sure?
What more can we
What more
do?
can we do?
All right, guys. Till
All
next time.
right. See y'all later.